Hey everyone, it's a Phoam Ranger here, another episode of Phoam Ranger Sports. This episode we're recapping Boise State Soccer's draw on the road at Southern Methodist University. It was a clean slate for both teams. Both teams were shut out. 0-0 was the final score. The Broncos moved to 2 wins, no losses, and 1 draw on the season. SMU 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. The game was a couple days ago, since we recorded this on Saturday the 22nd at 11 past midnight. So again, it was in the afternoon on Thursday the 20th. The game was played in front of 319 people. In terms of stats, Broncos had 12 shots total, 6 on goal, 3 shots in the first, 9 in the second half. SMU had 3 shots in the first half, 5 in the second for 8 total shots, 3 of which were on goal. Ava de Leest for the Broncos had 3 saves, 1 in the first half, 2 in the second, and SMU had 6 saves, 2 in the first half, 4 in the second. Broncos had 7 corner kicks, 1 in the first, 6 in the second. SMU had 4, 1 corner in the first, 3 in the second. Broncos whistled for offsides 9 times, 3 in the first half, 3 in the second. SMU has now whistled for an offside. Broncos, once again, committed more fouls than the opponent, committed 15 this game compared to the Mustangs 11. Broncos with 6 in the first, 9 in the second half for 15 fouls total. SMU with 7 in the first half, 4 in the second. In terms of yellow cards, there were 3 total. The first one was at 39 22nd mark when Victoria Bloch for the Broncos was shown the yellow. Then at 56-15 minute mark, number 22 Nicole Stryker for SMU got shown the yellow. And then Kaylee McKeehan at the 85-57 mark for the Broncos was shown a yellow. So 2 yellows for the Broncos, 1 for SMU. In terms of individual stats, we'll start with the Broncos. In starters, Ava de Leest played the full 90 as a goalie. Maddie Donovan as a midfielder played 72, had a shot that was on goal. Dalen Lau got the start on defense, played 75 minutes. Kayla Slocum does not list what position she played, but played 76 minutes. Francesca McGuire, defender, 67 minutes. Sophie Schmaltz, forward, 44 minutes. Jillian Anderson, 2 shots, both on goal, 65 minutes. Elise McGinnis, 67 minutes as a defender. Michaela Stanfield, midfield, had 1 shot, 59 minutes. Campbell Wilson, 4 shots, 1 goal in 58 minutes. And Cindy Connor, midfielder, played 42 minutes. Broncos subs, Natalie Collins, played 8 minutes. Lexi Lerwick, 18 minutes. Mia Lane, forward, 60 minutes, 1 shot that was on goal. Emerson Sprinkle, 7 minutes of action as a forward. Sienna Zunino played 29 minutes as a defender. Ella Atherton Turner played 15 minutes. Kaylee McKeehan, midfielder, 31 minutes. Sid McClellan played defense for 20 minutes. Grace Hatch played midfield for 2 minutes. Asia Lawyer played forward for 41 minutes, having 2 shots, 1 on goal. Olivia Collins, forward, 1 shot in 45 minutes. As a forward, Victoria Block, defender, played 11 minutes. Sophia Avalos, forward, 10 minutes. Natambria Bell, forward, 22 minutes. Again, Ava de Leest played the full 90 with 3 saves. For Southern Methodist Mustangs, number 1, Aubrey Brown was a goalie, had all 6 saves for them. 5 saves, no goals allowed. Number 2, Kamaya Beck, forward, 46 minutes, 2 shots, 1 goal. Number 3, Hallie Hartman, defender, 72 minutes. Number 6, Ella Demont, defender, 45 minutes. Number 7, Kaya Samuelson Alvarum, midfielder, 90 minutes. Number 11, Zoe Parkhurst, midfielder, 56 minutes. Number 13, Brooke Bunton, midfielder, 75 minutes. Number 20, Malia Martin, defender, 56 minutes. Number 22, Nicole Stryker, midfielder, 45 minutes. Number 29, Libby Genereth, midfielder, 2 shots, 1 goal at 65 minutes. Number 34, Julian Richter, midfielder, 51 minutes. Subs for SMU. Number 4, Peyton Haynes, forward, 1 shot in 15 minutes. Jessica Osborne, number 5, defender, recorded a shot in 18 minutes. Sarah Bonakazi, number 8, midfielder, 25 minutes. Lisa Bayer, number 12, recorded a shot in 34 minutes. Number 17, London Hagan, forward, 39 minutes. Number 2, Ryan Tidman, defender, 34 minutes. Number 23, Hayden Wilson, defender, 45 minutes. Number 24, Abigail Goldine, defender, 45 minutes. Number 27, Kelly Novo Ford, 1 shot on goal in 44 minutes. So again, 0-0 draw. This was the first time Boise State and SMU drew in a match, and this was again the first time they played since 2004. In that little 3-year series, the Broncos won at 2003 at home. I think it was 4-game, yeah, because Broncos were 1-3 all time against SMU before this game. Then in 01, 02, and 04, they lost against SMU. 02 on the road, 04 on the road, and 01 at home, if I remember correctly. So Boise State now all time is 1-3-1 against SMU. Looking at the recap from BroncosSports.com. Again, since they did not lose, or since the Broncos did not lose, the Broncos extend their unbeaten streak again. Now that 17 matches were out, the Broncos were not beaten in regulation or in overtime. I think that's a key theme because, again, like we did beat San Diego State in the conference tournament and penalty kicks, and we did lose Utah State in penalty kicks in the conference tournament, but I don't think that really counted toward. I'm guessing that didn't count to a streak. I think it's based on regulation or regular season, or combination too, like either in regulation / overtime, and it has to be regular season. Don't think postseason counts. I'm not entirely certain. But we'll still go with the 17 game unbeaten streak. Again, Ava de Leest had her 8th career shutout. Jillian Anderson recorded 2 shots on goal, a match high for either team. Right now, Boise State and Texas State are towards the top in the conference, as they're the only 2 teams in the Pac-12 without a loss. Both have identical 2-0-1 records now. Broncos have not lost on the road in 11 matches, the longest road unbeaten streak since 2019. Broncos are now 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, all-time matches played on August 20th. And I forgot to mention that going into this match, SMU was receiving votes. And so this was the Broncos' first draw against opponent receiving votes in national poll since Time Wazoo, September 5th, 2013. And it's also noting that this was the first time we drew against an ACC opponent, because a lot of the times we played, like the others, again, as I mentioned, we are now 1-3-1 all time against, about being the first meet all time with an ACC opponent. I think we've only either played SMU and Cal, if I remember correctly. Again, those are 2 ACC teams now, but time played them, I think SMU was like Southland Conference, Southwest, or American or something like that. They were in different conference. Again, they, like Cal a couple years ago, joined the ACC. So this was the first time we played an opponent actually in the ACC conference at the time of the game. So that's pretty cool that our first ever matchup against a team that is in the ACC at the time of the meetup, we meet them on the field of competition, we draw. So that's a historic feat for the Broncos. Pitch a shutout on the road. That's pretty impressive, I'd say. Since again, in the preview of this one, I do believe that they did score a few goals on the road at the number 5 ranked team in the nation. SMU went on the road to the number 5 team nation and scored a few goals on them. Another win against another, I believe, power school. And it re-roll into SMU as a mid-major. Not entirely certain how soccer calls it, but go based off like a football and basketball for college. The powers as mid-major. Group of five says power for football or mid-major / major for basketball. SMU is now the power major, and we are the group of five mid-major. And as the latter going to the former and pitching the shutout draw against them, I'd say that's pretty impressive. So the Broncos will, on Sunday afternoon, they will have their second match or second game of this little Texas two-step they're in right now. As at 6 p.m. on Sunday the 23rd, they'll be playing in Lubbock, Texas against Texas Tech. This will be the first ever matchup between the Broncos and Texas Tech. And looking at currently, in terms of women's soccer versus Big 12, again, a lot of their matches have been against teams before they're in the Big 12, so like Arizona, Arizona State, BYU, TCU, Utah, again, those schools, during the whole conference realignment, they joined the Big 12. Especially like Utah, Arizona State, BYU, UCF, Cincy, Colorado, and Houston. TCU was toward the end of BCS era into the CFP. The others were more within the past 4 years or so. So in terms of current Big 12 teams, the Broncos have not played at all against UCF, Cincy, Cincinnati, Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and West Virginia. Again, we not play at Texas Tech, as I mentioned. This will be the first matchup against Texas Tech. In terms of other Big 12 opponents we have beaten or played, and I think that these were all before they joined the conference during all the realignment stuff. I think TCU might be the only one we played before or during it, since they joined again about like 2013 or 14. I forget exactly when we played them. Anyway, Arizona, we've only lost and tied against. Arizona State, we've won, lost, and tied against them. Baylor, we lost to them. BYU, we've lost to them thrice. Again, one of those was in 2019 at the NCAA tournament. TCU, 1 loss and drawn. Utah, 1 once, lost 6 times, and drawn twice against them. So all time against Big 12 competition, as Big 12 conference currently is, with the members they have, we are now 3-13 and 5. All time against the current members. Again, a lot of those were for teams before they joined the Big 12, like in terms of before they joined the Big 12 conference, when they were at the regional conferences, such as Arizona State, Colorado, Arizona State, and Utah being the Pac-12. Originally, BYU being independent, TCU being a Mountain West member. And Utah also probably a Mountain West as well, because before Utah went to the Pac, they were Mountain West along with TCU. So I think 1 year we probably played both of them, or a couple years we probably played both of them. Both TCU and Utah. Women's soccer as conference members in the Mountain West, I believe. Maybe 1 year. I forget. Either way, Broncos 3-13 to 5 against the current Big 12 field. And with the win on Sunday against Texas Tech, the Broncos could get their 4th ever win against a Big 12 opponent. And probably first over a current Big 12 opponent at the time of the game. I believe we'll have to look at that more in depth later. But since I'm talking about Texas Tech, let's go ahead and take a look at the roster. and schedule. First of all, in terms of the Texas Tech Red Raiders women's soccer schedule. Once it loads, Texas Tech is, it looks like they've only played two games. They've only played twice, so we have one more game advantage. Right now, Texas Tech is 1 win and 1 draw. Their win came away, and the draw came at neutral site, so this is going to be Texas Tech's first home game of the year. They played the Outbreaker Soccer Kickoff in Hawaii, and their first opponent for them was Hawaii, the host. 1-0 win, and then they took on Seattle and drew 0-0. Again, they host Boise State on tomorrow, the 23rd. Then they'll host Pepperdine the 27th. Then they'll play a common opponent in SMU on the road on September 3rd. Then they'll take on one of our fellow Pac-12 members, San Diego State, on September 6th. Then they will host Kent State on the 11th. They will host Kent State on September 11th. They'll play at UCF on September 17th. Conference play. Then we'll host Cincinnati on the 24th of September. Host Colorado on September 27th. Host Arizona State October 2nd. Play at Oklahoma State October 8th. Play at TCU on October 11th. Play at BYU October 16th. Host West Virginia October 22nd. Play at Utah October 25th. Host Baylor on October 30th. Then they'll play Kansas to round out the regular season on November 5th. And the Big 12 tournament is 9th through 14th of November. Now looking at the roster. Starts off with freshman goalkeeper number 0, Cooper Dick, 5'8", out of Newport Beach, California. Then is 5'9", goalkeeper number 00, freshman Claire Benoist, out of St. Louis, Missouri. Then is junior goalkeeper number 1, Eddie Todd, junior, 5'8", out of Littleton, Colorado. Sophomore midfielder number 2, Raleigh Greason, sophomore, 5'7", out of Arvada, Colorado. Fifth year defender number 3, Kylie Barr, 5'8". Sophomore transfer defender number 4, Emma Fasor, 5'7", out of Louisville, Colorado. Transferred in from Penn State. Then is grad transfer defender number 5, Eleanor Hayes. Senior, 5'10", out of Louisville, Texas. Previously played for Clemson. Then a senior defender transfer number 6, Emily McCartney, 5'6", out of McKinney, Texas. Previously played for Miami. Junior forward / midfielder number 7, Alana Harry, 5'9", out of Portland, Oregon. And the senior midfielder number 8, Skylar Haas, 6-footer, out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Freshman 4, number 9, Carolina Krosniak, 5'6", out of Houston, Texas. Sophomore midfielder number 10, Emma Torres, 5'3", out of Austin, Texas. Senior midfielder number 11, Chloe Soto, 5'8", out of Norman, Oklahoma. Senior forward number 13, Story Sexton, 6-footer, out of Louisville, Texas. Junior midfielder number 14, Millie Elwood, 5'8", out of Marlow, England. Senior forward number 16, Taylor Zdrojewski, 5'10", out of Salina, Texas. Freshman midfielder, number 17, Lauren Alvarez, 5'6", out of Frisco, Texas. Junior midfielder, number 19, Jules Burrows, 5'6", out of Midlothian, Texas. Freshman defender / midfielder, number 20, Mia Wiley, 5'4", out of Austin, Texas. Freshman defender, number 21, Reese Liner, 5'10", out of Dallas, Texas. Sophomore defender, number 22, Abby Sign, 5'4", out of Couple, Texas. Freshman 4, number 24, Maddie Patterson, 5'6", out of Flower Mound, Texas. Freshman 4, number 27, Maddie Neves, 5'8", out of Spanish Fork, Utah. Freshman 4, number 29, Diana Asta Goodman's daughter, 5'7", out of Reykjavik, Iceland. Junior midfielder / 4, number 30, Sophie Neves, 5'3", out of Spanish Fork, Utah. Freshman defender, number 31, Logan Payne, 5'7", out of Honolulu, Hawaii. 6'4", number 33, Kaylin Giarnetta, 5'4", out of Prosper, Texas. Sophomore midfielder, number 41, Gianna Gregori, 5'4", out of Northport, Florida. Head coach is Tom Stone. Assistant coach Nick Hallam. So assistant coach Charlotte Masters. Assistant coach / goalkeeper coach is Brock Duckworth, and Sophia Schultz is director of ops. Sports staff Katie Munger. Strength conditioning Caitlin Harvey, athletic trainer. In terms of their coaching staff bios, come on, load. And we could skip that actually. Yep, we'll just skip it. So again, it'll be a big time opportunity for Broncos soccer when they take on Texas Tech. As mentioned, this is going to be their first ever matchup against Texas Tech. Going into this Texas two-step, the Broncos were ranked 4th in the Pacific region, and Texas Tech is 9th in the Midwest region. Got to mention earlier this week, Campbell Wilson was named the Pac-12 Newcomer of the Week honors. And the Broncos will look to add to their goal-scoring frenzy to start the season. Again, the first two games, they combined for 7 goals scored for the Broncos. Again, SMU, they were shut out in the 0-0 draw, so the Broncos are looking to get more goals in this upcoming game at Texas Tech. Right now, the Broncos are averaging about 2.3 goals per game through 3 games, and have only allowed 0.3 goals to opponents in the first 3 games. So tomorrow, Sunday, is going to be a huge opportunity for Broncos in soccer to pick up a massive win against Texas Tech. Again, a win would be the Broncos' first ever win against Texas Tech, since it will be their first meeting. Probably be the first win against a Big 12 opponent in some years, especially a member that was a member of the Pac or the Big 12 at the time of the meeting. and will add to the goal scoring for Boise State and help create more separation between Boise State and Texas State. Since, if I remember hearing correctly, Texas State recently picked up a massive win. I'm just going to look at that. I think it was women's soccer for Texas State. It was another Texas school that won against, and I think they were ranked at the time. Just gotta look. Yeah, they beat Texas A&M, and I think Texas A&M was ranked top 25 at that point. It's a massive win. Or it might have been Texas State's first ever win against Texas A&M. But still, for Texas State, apparently was a massive win for Texas State recently. Just looking at Pac-12 website about it. Just keep in mind, the host of the soccer conference tournament this year is dependent upon non-conference RPI rankings. So that was Texas State's first ever win against an SEC program. So Boise State needs to get this win against Texas Tech definitely to keep on pace with Texas State for now. In terms of the non-conference season RPI rankings. So big game tomorrow on Sunday on the road for the Broncos women as they will play Texas Tech at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and I think that's probably going to be available on the Big 12 Network, something like that. I mean, one thing I'm really too fond of right now of Broncos sports, not either the website or their app right now is currently showing any information about where one can watch a game. All this is date and time, and even looking at the app, it doesn't really show live stats or anything like that. Hopefully Broncos Sports and the athletics department can get that fixed before really getting into the correct fall and winter sports. I'll probably message JD about that or someone about that after I wrap this up. Anyway, go Broncos!